It's week 6 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Monarchs and the Nighthawks, and it's coming up next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we come to you from the banks of the Missouri River at Omaha, Nebraska. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Omaha team entering play.
They come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Londoners, they've had a long few days already as they were in London last week, back in the States, and on the road this week.
And they had some travel troubles coming back from London, but since they came back with a win, they'll put up with those and continue to move forward.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by the former Tar Heel, their rookie quarterback from UNC.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When you look at this defense,
they're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Monarchs go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resilience to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They stay on the ground with White. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice coverage that time by Cameron Sutton. Here's 2nd and 10. When you look at this defense,
Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now it's Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They go play action with Jackson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd and 5. Running right, here's Estime.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Monarchs offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Off the play fake. Here's May.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Michael Pittman.
A 5-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point good by Prater, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
The numbers for Andrews last week.
8 catches, 67 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline.
And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question, because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's White.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. In motion right, one of the tight ends.
Once again, it's White.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Nighthawks are back within a score. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point by Badgley, up good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Monarchs offense and Brandon Ayuk getting set for this next possession. And he's had an early impact on the game. Sensational so far. And they'll likely be looking to find more ways to get him involved.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On play action, May. And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stuffed on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become 4th down?
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by White.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Option play, here's White.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Now a 3rd and 6. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Jackson now. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be taken down before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Running the counter, Patterson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. Here's May.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 9 yards that time.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk
With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
and the Monarchs are able to stretch out their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's good.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
The slot man in motion right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
Fielded at the 20. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series.
He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
To the air, May.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave able to record his 5th sack of the season on his Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Slot man moves right. They'll start the drive with a give to White.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Osa Odighizuwa.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
The do-it-all weapon, Cordero Patterson, coming back out.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
To throw, it's May. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And they go play action with May. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Right side run with Patterson.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing here is May.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Prater's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Omaha's offense back out for another series.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd down and a yard.
Jackson.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the block ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Nighthawks offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Myers in motion right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Jackson.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss.
Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And what a big-time play there. 52 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And Jackson throwing once more. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Nighthawks have got it back to within a score. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Monarchs offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
On first down, going back to Patterson. Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
And motioning left, that's Pittman. They'll go again with Patterson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
14 yards that time, but a first down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They go play action now. May.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he will take it in for the touchdown.
Logan Thomas.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Monarchs add 6 to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Prater on to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Nighthawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. White now on the read option. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
And that flag accepted.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down at 7. Looking to throw. May. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
They'll throw with May.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
112 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring it down. They'll drop to throw. ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. Play action. May. Wide open receiver complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They go play action here on first down. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Juwan Jennings, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Monarchs are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And able to get this out to 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive first and 10 in the fourth quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now it's Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Play action. Now Jackson.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Jackson now. He completes it right side to White. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Again, Jackson escapes the sack. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Jackson going to run.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Nighthawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
And his throw here's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Ayuk going to go in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's May.
Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
Michael Pittman.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Monarchs are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Omaha's offense back out for another series. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now it's Jackson. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. This is White on the screen. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Azeez Al-Shaair, he's the one who got a hand on it and knocked it free.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
This now a 3rd and 4. Third down, here's Patterson.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now it's Peterson.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Play action. It's Jackson.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. Wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here we go. Jackson on 4th down. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Jackson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here's Jackson to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
4th down, here's Jackson. One last shot at the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for London, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Omaha, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire team, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.